All right, lovely people, let's talk about charcoal roast chicken. Why is it so special, you ask? Well, cooking chicken over charcoal is just brilliant. It gives the chicken this amazing smoky flavor. You just can't get that from a normal oven, can you? The skin gets super crispy too. It's that lovely char and taste that makes everyone go wow. Plus, cooking outdoors is always a bit of an adventure, isn't it? It's proper good fun. This recipe is dead easy, so don't you worry. We'll get you cooking a top-notch chicken. That smoky taste, my friends, is pure magic. It comes from the real wood charcoal smoldering away. As the chicken cooks, its juices drip down onto the hot coals. This makes a beautiful, flavorful smoke. This smoke then goes all around the chicken. It kisses the meat and gives it that gorgeous, deep flavor. It's a natural process, simple and honest. You'll smell it cooking, and your mouth will be watering, trust me. It's a fantastic way to impress your mates and family. They'll be asking for your secret, I promise you that. Now, let's get our ingredients sorted. You don't need a massive list, which is great. First, you need a lovely whole chicken. About 1.5 to 2 kilograms is a good size. Get the best quality you can find. Free range is always nice if you can. Then you'll need some good old salt. Sea salt flakes are fantastic for this, and of course black pepper, freshly ground if possible. A bit of olive oil will help the skin crisp up nicely. That's your basic kit, simple as that. To add a little extra zing, you can grab a lemon, just one will do, and maybe a few sprigs of fresh herbs. Thyme or rosemary work a treat with chicken. They add a lovely subtle perfume to the meat as it cooks. Don't go mad with loads of different things. Sometimes simple is best, especially with charcoal. We want that smoky flavor to be the star of the show. So, a good bird, basic seasonings, and maybe a touch of citrus and herbs. Easy peasy. First things first, let's prep our chicken. Take your bird out of the fridge about an hour before you want to cook. This helps it cook more evenly, you see. Cold chicken in a hot grill can mean the outside cooks too fast. We don't want that. So let it sit on the counter for a bit. Then grab some paper towels. You need to pat the chicken really dry all over. Skin, inside the cavity, everywhere. This is super important for getting that lovely crispy skin we all dream about. Once your chicken is nicely dried, you can think about its shape. Some people like to tie the legs together with kitchen string. This is called trussing. It can help the chicken cook a bit more evenly and look neater. But if you don't have string, don't fret, it'll still taste amazing. The main thing is that the chicken is dry. Check inside the cavity for any bits and pieces the butcher might have left. Usually it's the giblets. You can save those for making stock later if you fancy. Now let's talk about the star of the show, the charcoal grill. You want to set it up for something called indirect heat. This is key for roasting a whole chicken. It means the chicken isn't sitting directly over the scorching hot coals the whole time. So you need to arrange your hot coals on one side of the grill. The other side will be cooler. This way the chicken cooks gently and evenly. Like in an oven, but with all that smoky goodness. It stops it from burning on the outside before the inside is cooked through. Lighting the charcoal is the next step. A chimney starter is your best mate here. They are dead easy to use and get your coals going much faster. Stuff some newspaper in the bottom of the chimney. Fill the top part with your charcoal briquettes or lumpwood charcoal. Light the newspaper. The flames will rise up and get the coals glowing hot. You'll know they're ready when they're covered in a layer of white ash. This usually takes about 20 to 30 minutes. Then carefully pour them onto one side of your grill. Always be safe with fire, folks. Right then, our chicken is dry and our grill is getting ready. It's time to season that bird. This is where the flavor really starts to build. Get your olive oil and drizzle a little bit all over the chicken. Not too much, just enough to help the skin crisp and the seasoning stick. Use your hands to rub it in. Get into all the nooks and crannies. This little massage also helps the chicken relax, or so I like to think. It's all part of the love you put into the cooking, isn't it? Next up, salt and pepper. Don't be shy here, especially with the salt. It really brings out the flavor of the chicken and helps make the skin super tasty. Sprinkle it generously all over. And inside the cavity too. Freshly ground black pepper adds a nice little kick. If you're using those herbs like thyme or rosemary, you can chop them roughly and mix them with the salt and pepper, or you can just pop whole sprigs inside the chicken. Both ways are brilliant. Remember that lemon? Cut it in half and pop that inside the cavity too. It steams the chicken from the inside, keeping it juicy. Okay, your chicken is looking gorgeous, all seasoned up. The coals in your grill should be perfect now, glowing hot and ashed over. Carefully place your chicken on the cooler side of the grill. That's the side with no coals directly underneath it. Most people like to put the chicken breast side up. This helps keep the breast meat nice and juicy, as the fats from the darker meat on top can baste it a little as it cooks. Make sure there's enough space around the chicken for the air to circulate. This is important for even cooking. Now put the lid on your grill. This is crucial. The lid traps the heat and the smoke, turning your grill into a smoky oven. You'll need to control the temperature. Most charcoal grills have vents at the bottom and on the lid. Opening them a bit more lets more air in, making the fire hotter. Closing them a bit reduces the heat. Aim for a medium heat around 180 to 200 degrees Celsius or 350 to 400 Fahrenheit. Now it's a waiting game. Let the charcoal do its magic. Try not to peek too often or you'll let all that lovely heat out. How do you know when your beautiful chicken is perfectly cooked? The easiest and safest way is to use a meat thermometer. You want to stick it into the thickest part of the thigh, but make sure you don't hit the bone. The temperature should read 74 degrees Celsius or 165 Fahrenheit. If you don't have a thermometer, you can pierce the thigh with a skewer or a small knife. The juices should run clear. If there's any pinkness in the juices, it needs a bit longer. Give it another 10 to 15 minutes and check again. To keep your chicken lovely and juicy, resting is the secret. Once it's cooked, take it off the grill carefully. Place it on a warm plate or a clean chopping board. Cover it loosely with some tin foil. Let it rest for at least 15 to 20 minutes before you even think about carving it. This might seem like a long time, but it's so important. It allows all those lovely juices to settle back into the meat. If you cut it too soon, all that moisture will just run out onto the board. And nobody wants a dry chicken, right? When it's time to serve, get ready for cheers. Carving a roast chicken is a nice skill to have. Start by removing the legs and thighs, then slice the breast meat. Arrange it all on a big platter. Don't forget to pour over any resting juices from the board. That's liquid gold. What to serve with your amazing charcoal chicken? Oh, the possibilities. A simple green salad with a zingy dressing is always a winner. Some lovely grilled corn on the cob cooked on the same grill would be fantastic. Or perhaps some fluffy baked potatoes. And there you have it. Your very own charcoal roast chicken. Juicy, smoky, and absolutely delicious. It really is that simple to make something so special. Give it a go. You won't regret it. Remember to clean your grill grates while they're still a bit warm. It makes the job easier. Most importantly, gather your friends and family, sit down together and enjoy the wonderful food you've cooked. That's what it's all about. Happy cooking, everyone. Lovely jubbly.